You may have thought American Idol winners these days faded fast, but Jamal Roberts is rewriting that narrative. He's making history with a Billboard Top 10 debut, and there's so much more happening behind the scenes than just chart numbers. Jamal Roberts, a 27-year-old former elementary school PE teacher from Meridian, Mississippi, has roots that run deep. He grew up singing in church, and music was always part of his identity. His journey wasn't smooth, competing in shows like BET's Sunday Best, and facing personal struggles shaped not just his voice, but his resolve, his family life, faith, upbringing. These are the foundations he leans on when he sings. Because when you listen to his music, you don't just hear his voice, you feel his story. After months of performances on American Idol Season 23, Jamal won on May 18, 2025, capturing millions of hearts and votes. What stood out in that moment was not just his technical singing, but the emotional weight he brought. Judges praised his versatility. Lionel Richie said Jamal could go in many directions: gospel, country, soul. Luke Bryan called him a really great singer who moves people. Carrie Underwood reminded him that while winning is amazing, the real work comes next, with prayer, with decisions. Right after the win, Jamal Roberts said he planned to rest. Literally. He was tired from the whirlwind of Idol competition, and understandably so. The win is huge, but the price is high. Still, even in those early interviews, he was clear that rest was temporary. He intends to build on this. Then came his first major release, Heal, a cover of Tom Odell's song. But this was no straightforward cover. Jamal added his own verse, infused it with gospel sensibilities, with soul, with heart. That track didn't just chart, it won on Billboard #1 on Hot Gospel Songs #1 on Gospel Digital Song Sales, and it climbed into the top 10 in streaming charts. That is huge for an Idol winner in this era. It marks not just success, but a crossover into true, measurable impact. Now there's still his collaboration with Jonathan McReynolds. That song is doing really well, not as many weeks post-win, but strong enough to show that Jamal isn't a one-song headline. Still has jumped into the top 10 on Gospel Digital Song Sales and holds a solid place on Hot Gospel Songs thanks to sales, streaming, radio. That mix, sales plus streaming plus radio, is essential. It tells us people are listening in different ways, not just streaming casually, but buying, requesting, engaging. It's evidence of a fan base forming. What's interesting in interviews is how Jamal frames this moment. He's deeply rooted in faith and family, and he's expressed that he wants to stay connected to his hometown, to his values. In one interview, he said that after the win, he'd go home, try to get some rest, and then move forward with intention. He seems to be navigating fame with humility, keeping perspective. He's not trying to flash lights or chase trends. He's leaning into what feels true to him, his story, his voice, his genre. People around him are noticing. Judges, critics, fans all say Jamal has a rare kind of presence. Not everyone gets praised for emotional authenticity and technical skill, but he's getting both. He can deliver powerful vocals, subtle nuance, gospel intensity. He's not just performing songs, he's conveying something deeper. Also, his collaboration with Jonathan McReynolds gives still even more credibility within gospel music circles. That kind of pairing helps root him in a tradition even as he brings something new. Looking ahead, several things feel like clear possibilities. Jamal might release a full album of his own work, original songs as well as covers, go on tour, do more high-profile collaborations. There's potential for branching into other genres while maintaining his gospel core. The momentum is there, but the next moves will matter. Choosing songs, producers, balancing artistic vision with what the audience is responding to, making sure his growth is steady and the foundation remains solid. Also, I think one of the big challenges he might face is sustaining the visibility. Sometimes Idol winners have spikes, big wins, high chart entries, and then the public looks away. But Jamal seems to be doing what's needed to avoid that, releasing meaningful music quickly, collaborating with respected artists, leaning into both sales and streaming rather than just one. If he keeps that up, he could change expectations for what happens after winning a big show. To sum it up, here's why Jamal Roberts' Billboard Top 10 debut is more than just a number. It shows a trajectory, from local church choirs to national TV, from an Idol win to chart-dominating singles. It shows that people are listening, that his voice speaks to something real, and it suggests that this is just the beginning, not a flash in the pan. If this story interests you, if you love digging into artists' journeys, seeing how fame intersects with authenticity, then you'll want to stay tuned. Hit subscribe so we can follow Jamal Roberts together. Every new song, every chart move, every revealing interview. You won't want to miss what he does next.